A Brexiteer, known as Steve, clashed with James OBrien on his LBC show as he called for the UK to take a tough stance with the Brussels bloc. Steve was critical of the Chancellor for not supporting the Brexit movement as the government announced it was preparing for a no-deal scenario. Philip Hammond said he was not prepared to spend British taxpayers' money preparing for a no-deal as the UK attempts to reach an agreement with the EU. Caller, Steve said Philip Hammond is sending a message to the EU that we don't really want to leave and we are doing everything in our power to make that understood. A Brexiteer said the UK must be prepared to warn the EU that Britain will walk away with no deal. If he was serious, he would let it be known that he is preparing to leave. He should do something, like start spending some money on whatever it is they do intend to spend their money on. It would send a message to the EU that we are serious, that if we do not get a good deal we are off. People would hear that and they would understand that this is a reasonable negotiation. The LBC host clashed with the Brexiteer, who then suggested he has been hearing for 12 months the UK could walk away without a deal. O'Brien responded, "You've been hearing for 12 months that there was a real possibility of us leaving without a deal, because even Nigel Lawson was saying that was never going to happen." Liam Fox said it would be the easiest deal that had ever been done in the history of the world. And David Davis said it could be done over a cup of tea. So where were you getting the message from that it was likely that we would come away with no deal? Steve the Chancellor issued a warning to Brussels as he described the bloc as the enemy during a Sky News interview on Friday. It would send a message to the EU that we are serious. Brexiteer caller Mr. Hammond said, "My message is this: I understand that passions are high and I understand that people have very strong views about this, but we're all going to the same place. We all have the same agenda. The enemy, the opponents are out there. They're on the other side of the negotiating table. Those are the people we have to negotiate with. Negotiate hard to get the very best deal for Britain." Mr. Hammond later tweeted in an interview today, "I was making the point that we are united at home. I regret I used a poor choice of words. We will work with our friends and partners in the EU on a mutually beneficial Brexit deal." Wednesday, September 13, 2017. The Chancellor's outburst comes after he claimed he did not want the UK to prepare for a no-deal scenario. Writing in The Times, he said Britain will have a bright future beyond Brexit because the fundamentals of our economy are strong and will serve us well in years to come. But to unleash that potential, we must be honest about the near-term challenges and exchequer. It is my duty to be realistic about these challenges, and to carefully navigate the economy through this process in a way that protects our jobs, supports our businesses, underpins the prosperity of working families, and secures our public finances for decades to come. I also need to ensure that we are prepared for all outcomes, including a no-deal scenario. The government and the Treasury are prepared. We are planning for every outcome and we will find any necessary funding, and we will only spend it when it's responsible to do so.